Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. Okay, my name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody's having a good day, afternoon, evening, night, whenever you get to watching this video. Okay, know that there will be messages in here for you. So this is a reading for the collective. You just need to be able to use your best discernment with the reading. Okay. Use your best discernment and take what resonates with you. Leave what does not for the person that it's meant for. I'm trying to give me 1 second. See, I did not prepare for this angle or anything. And yeah, I did not like the light being in y'all's eyes like that. So just give me 1 second so I can move everything. Normally I have my setup all good and I use a webcam, but right now I'm improvising. Okay. There we go. All right, until I can get back to my regular setup. Okay, so that's a lot better for me. I hope that that's a lot better for you guys as well. Welcome in, Phoenix Empress. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a good day. Again, make sure that you watch all of the readings on both platforms. Each reading is going to hold a personal wellspring of knowledge for you. Basically, codes for you, like little Easter eggs for you to decode your spiritual journey. Each message will have something that resonates for you. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, we're going to start off with the prayer while I get these cards in order. Okay, and then we'll go into what the download is. And welcome in, Fashionista. Happy Tuesday, you guys. Okay, so we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including the archangels, our spirit guides, and our ancestors, and we're asking that they can be with us now. We're also calling upon Jesus Christ and any other ascended masters that are present or relevant to this reading. And we just ask that Archangel Michael and the legions of Astraea put the circle, sword, and blue flame, the will of God, around and within us and around this reading. We also ask that we be protected and sheltered from any negativity. And thank you, God, for everything that you do for us. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, soul. Thank you, source. Thank you, higher power. We all honor, glory, and worship and praise goes to you, Most High, for everything that I do and everything on this platform. Thank you for the gifts, the messages, the abilities, and for the connections. And thank you for keeping me and my collective safe. Amen. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. That means if I talk about anything in the realm of health, that you're taking that information to a doctor, okay? Anything in the realm of law, that you're actually seeking out, a lawyer or something like that. Okay, that's just being responsible with the energy. Because I don't claim to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a counselor even. I'm just an intuitive and a spiritual being. So that's my skill set. So I can use my abilities to help you guys. But as far as making the big decisions, make sure that you guys are just being responsible, okay? Welcome in 179. Sorry I don't say your guys' full screen names, but it's just kind of hard. A lot of you guys have a lot of weird digits in there, and I would have to really zoom in. So, all right. So the good thing, the message that I got is actually about outsourcing some of the work this next year. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming in 2026. Okay, these changes have to do with finance, career, they have to do with family, and they have to do with health. And so you're being told now that to prepare, one way that I got to outsource things, when things start to pick up and become really busy, is you could have Chat GPT do some of the tasks that you're doing manually. I'm getting that some of you guys are overworking. You're working yourselves too hard. I just heard working yourself to the bone. So maybe that's a genetic wound that needs to be healed within some of you guys. Maybe some of you guys literally work so hard and this is why you're successful. But I get that this Oh, WDYM by using, yeah, chat. Okay, cool. So you guys know about that. So Chat GPT is like an AI that you can basically give projects to. I mean, within reason, you have to like obviously look over the projects, but you can ask it to do certain tasks for you and it will absolutely do those tasks. So it's not 100% the answer, but there are things like other apps and things like that that will help you guys when it comes to getting your work done and having the available time that's needed for you to spiritually grow and to tap in. If you start to look at life as everything is spiritual, you will be able to tap in and basically get the most out of life. Okay, because everything is energetic, and then we're just a manifestation of the energy and of the frequency. Okay, so if any of you are interested in reading your own tarot cards, I have a book that just came out. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And the link to that is in the description box below. All you'll need is the Rider's Waite deck. And it helps you go through all of the major arcana cards so that you really integrate the archetypes and, basically manifest that energy into your life. So every card in the tarot is a step in life that a human could go through. That's why it's so useful. Okay, so I did get some names for today. I also got that some of you may need to hire like a receptionist in the future, or you may need to hire somebody to do the mailing for the business, whatever this is. Like, it's kind of like work that almost just about anybody could do. I get that some of you guys are going to be hiring single mothers that really like are in a situation where they can't get a whole lot of extra money. And so they'll be needing to work part-time. That's kind of what I was hearing. So the names that came through were Gloria, Flora, Juanita, Sherry, Tamala, Harry, Henry, Jared, David, Jamal, Janae, Debbie, Connie, Stephen, Leonard, Lily, Trudy, Miguel, Juan, Anthony, Thomas, Jody, Judy, Jake, Lenita, John, Jerry, Susie, Bonnie, Hennessy, Billy, Joe, Curtis, Raymond, Ann, Anna, Anya, Krista, Christine, Cheryl, Nicole, Jeremy, Jenny, Kelly, Cara, Tara, Nicole, Ashley, Teddy, Sandra, and Mitchell. Those were the names that came through. So this could be literally, those names doesn't have to be your name. That could be the name of somebody else in the situation. So, yes, yeah, I am doing a reading for everybody. Wow, currently in Africa, Ethiopia. Wow. Well, welcome in 1712 and 13:4. I hope you guys are having a good day. So this is right up, if you're wondering about, 2026, this is what we're talking about. I was getting that today, for a lot of you guys, would be a good day to declutter. King of Pentacles, that's what just popped out. Actually, 2 cards just popped out. But yeah, so if any of you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat, $20 PayPal, or $20 Cash App, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question, okay? Look, this is what just came out. The King of Pentacles and the Strength card. So this is basically all about business, like what I was just talking about. You're going to be, now we hold both masculine and feminine energies. And so that's why we kind of just take the gender out of tarot and look at it as if it was a role. Okay. So the King of Pentacles is a role. This is somebody that is like a matchmaker, a deal maker. This is somebody, this is your energy, you guys. You have this strength of this person. Now, the King of Pentacles usually is somebody that's in their 40s, but you don't have to be in your 40s. You could be like in your early 20s or early 30s and still be this boss person. Like what I was getting is that y'all are meant to be the managers. And so if you're trying to work your way up a company, you all may be starting your own. The King of Pentacles is somebody that's very dedicated to making that pentacle right there. Pentacles in the tarot, just for an FYI, and welcome in, Teresa. Just for an FYI, pentacles mean money. Okay, the cups, the cups or goblets, whatever, however you want to say that. The cup cards mean love, happiness. Okay, the pentacles are about money and financial stability. The swords are about protection and defense. Okay. And it could be aggression, I guess, if you map it that way, because a sword could be used to protect yourself, or it could be used to defend yourself, or it could be used to cut somebody else down. And then the wands or the staves, some decks, they'll say the staves, and some they'll say the wands. Okay, the wands are air. So that they represent air, communication, magic, manifestation, speaking things into creation. Anytime that you have the wands energy, could be something that is mentally in the mental body. And then, so yeah, that's the 4. Pentacles, money. Cups, love. Okay, and happiness and joy. Swords, protection, like defensive and offensive. And then wands are manifestation, the mental body, thought, and that type of thing. And words. And magic. They do represent magic and fertility. So why I say that the ace cards are better than the 10 cards, you could have a 10 of something and still not have the ace. That's why the ace is the best cards. They're the best when it comes to what you guys are wanting. So when you see the ace, you can look and see that your resource, if it's an ace of pentacles, resources are coming from the divine. God is always providing. If it's an ace of swords, God's providing protection. Okay, so the ace cards are a major blessing, something that the human world will not be able to take away. I mean, people can try, but when God decides to bless you with something, aka your higher self, your spirit, when it's time for you to just be in alignment to receive, you will receive whatever is meant for you. People need to stop thinking that other people are stealing opportunities or life is passing them by. If anything could have been taken from you, this is why you have extra protection, because it can't. But if anything could have been taken from you, somebody would have tried to do that already. And that's literally what I'm getting, is that you guys have a leech that you're dealing with, but you've detached from whoever this person is. So we're going to see what else is coming. The Strength card represents Leo, the heart chakra. Okay. Y'all could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. You guys could be dealing with a water sign. Whoever this person is that is way into what you're doing with your money and your time, and you stepping into this masculine role, even though you guys could be females, but still stepping into this masculine power and taking control over your own business, has got somebody feeling insecure. I think that you're dealing with somebody that wanted to ride your coattails. They thought, oh, I'll just, jump on the back of this other person and go wherever they're going. This person is not going to be allowed through the gates, metaphorically speaking. Because if you look at everything as vibration, you guys are just dealing with somebody that's, counter vibration to your vibration. So it's not like they're the worst person. It's just this person, they're not a good match for you. Let's just say that. 6 of Swords, because they see you coming into being this King of Pentacles. This could be you getting a management position. Okay. For some of you, this is a coworker, just straight up weirdo. But, this 6 of Swords energy has been following you guys. It's like somebody wants to take you guys to court, okay, over something that you've already created yourself with your own hands. This is why this person is like basically being shunned, because their whole idea of bringing a lawsuit to you, this person wanted you to have to flee, like literally jump in a boat and escape. And there's nothing to run away from. Like literally, when I say that this person has caused their own problems, they really have, because they tried to do something to you in the legal avenue, and they thought their magic was going to get them through, but it's not working. Also, I also heard that somebody was trying to get a restraining order out on you, and there's no evidence that there needs to be one. Oh, thank you, Erin. Thank you for sending that. You're amazing. So yeah, we're going to see what else this person, what's up with them. Thank you so much for sending that donation. But yeah, what I get is that somebody has wanted to do this for a while, but they did not have their ducks in a row legally. This person has tried to do this to somebody else before. Maybe it worked on somebody that was a relative to them. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this person, I'm going to read the description of this person. Refers to a male that's under 40. This person could actually be in their 40s. Workaholic, obsessed with success, financially secure, stubborn, argumentative, and relentless, consistently pessimistic, no sense of humor, doesn't believe in wasting time, hard on himself, well educated, and opinionated. This person feels like they already know everything that there is to know about you. That's the thing that's with them. Like they think that they know everything that there is to know about you. And this person literally could not be farther from the truth when it comes to you. I also get that a lot of what the energy you guys have been dealing with is just somebody's projection. So if you were feeling like, oh, I just keep empathically picking up this low vibration, you need to just take a few moments to ground your energy and ask yourself, like, is this my energy? You're going to find out that it's not your energy. Eight of Pentacles. What was I saying about you building something with your hands? Somebody is acting like a big baby. They want to come in and take something from you. Have you ever heard that saying, taking candy from a baby? They think that it's going to be that easy. And then they come up against a whole boss, somebody that actually has a connection to God. And they're like, now what do I do? This person is so clueless. And I really feel like this person is an attention seeker. They really want your attention more than anything. They want you to exchange energy with them, or they want you to put yourself in a situation to where you would have to cooperate with this person. And this person is only coming in to bring terror because they're not being successful. Like whatever this is that this person does, if they just, lie on people and take them to court, or whatever this scamming is, because this person is a scam artist. Yeah, they're up under judgment. This judgment is unavoidable. Look at that. That is like Gabriel blowing the trumpet on this person, literally going, enough. This person has tried to destroy your career in more than one way. I think slander was one of the ways, and that didn't work. Yeah, because this whole thing is like them getting geared up to come in so that they can pull you off your path. That's what the type of time this person's on. So just know that when it comes to your relationship with God, this person does not want you to have one. They don't want you to be connected. They don't want you to have connections with angels. This person, if they could just take your gifts from you straight out, they would have done that already, but they can't do that. This person's getting a lot of resistance because of the type of work that you do. You guys could be getting ready to start a company or launch a brand or whatever this is. And it's like God is coming in to support you. You have support from the higher dimensions. But then you've got this person that sees that you're about to receive a blessing, and here they come with their hand out, and they know that you're intuitive. This is why I think people are really strange when they behave like this. They know that you can see them for who they actually are. You're a high priestess. And literally, exactly, too late. They know that you can see them already. So the fact that they try to, mess with your vision so that you don't see them for who they are, it just forces the energy so that you see them for who they are, because they're trying so hard. It's like desperation. It's like this person is doing magic out of desperation, because at first they were doing magic because it was an experimentation. And now, are you a good witch or a bad witch? That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I love that from Wicked. Literally, this person is gearing up to come in and make you guys an offer. They feel like they have something to contribute to the work that you've already completed. That is crazy. Considering this person doesn't really know, like they're taking a big guesstimate, They're going to flee now. That's exactly it. These people are going to run away. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. But yeah, these people were taking a big guesstimate with you. They also underestimated the power of the work that you've already created. This is the type of person that just believes they can wish upon a djinn or a star or something, or a goddess or something like that, and then the reality will change. Like Wishmaster. You guys know about the movie Wishmaster. They think that, and if anybody is wishing upon jinn, this is probably why their stuff is not working out for them, because the jinn are always going to take what you say and twist it up and give you what you ask for in the worst way possible, so that you would be like, I wish I would never ask for that. So that's the vibe that I get from this person. They're living in regret. Somebody also wants to make a romantic offer. And the thing is that, You're not just sitting around waiting for some person to come in and love bomb you. The moment that you pick up on this love bomb energy, you guys are going to retreat. So it's like, welcome in, Smith and Kaser, Selma. Welcome in, you guys. But yeah, this person is going to retreat. I mean, the moment that they see that your protection is still intact, they're going to be like, well, how am I going to get into their life? This person doesn't understand. They need to face whatever legal battle they're going through by themselves. Since you weren't here with this person to create these legal problems, I don't think you should be here with this person to solve those legal problems. Five of Pentacles, because it's left this person paying bad karma. Do you know why this person is in the Five of Pentacles? Because they tried to put you there. Had they just left you alone and respected you, I mean, literally, they don't have to think you're their favorite person, but all they had to do was not attack you. You met a girl at a club last night. Wow. Interesting. So yeah, what I'm picking up is that this person is a bum. Basically, this person's always been a bum. Maybe they used to live with their parents when you were around them. This person's experiencing current troubles, okay? They're in the tower and they're losing their, they were abusing some type of privilege or power or connection. And now they're in the tower for that. And anybody that they worked with is also in the tower. Okay, can I get some clarification on the High Priestess? What do we need to know about that? Yeah, whatever you're speaking on, you guys, it's unveiling what somebody else was doing behind the scenes. And they are so nervous about the truth getting out. I feel like somebody wanted to keep you all stuck in some type of like Groundhog Day time loop where you had to keep repeating experiences and people, places, and things that do not serve you over and over again. And you've broken free from whatever this is. And the work that you're doing is going to create liberation for others. This is why it's so important to invest in yourself, to invest in the ideas that you have, to write, to journal. You know, Carl Jung, his name is like so hard to say for some reason. Carl Jung was a psychologist back in the day, but like his best writings, his best books were journals that he did not want published. The Red Book and the Black Book were his personal experiences working through the archetypes that humans could experience, right? From a psychological, from a mental health like perspective. So when he passed away, his family was like, yo, that Red Book and that Black Book that's like yay thick, we need to freaking publish that. And they did. And it's had so many sales. But why I'm telling you about this is that you guys could be sitting on entire grimoires or, song albums, like whatever this is that you're working on, write it down, document it. If it's your testimony and your spiritual journey, write it down and document it because it's going to help other people. Also, you guys could be using this energy of trauma and pain from the past to actually fuel your creative projects. Okay, what are you underestimating about your own magic? Interesting, Phoenix Empress. That's a good question. Okay. So let's just tap in and ask, I'm getting like earth magic right off the bat. I'm seeing leaves and herbs. Okay, I'm also seeing crystals. So you have a very deep connection to the elements is what I'm seeing. Also to the fairy realm. The fairy realm is like the fourth dimension. It's tethered to the third dimension, but we don't see it. It's like just barely out of our light spectrum. So what I'm hearing is that, and I'm seeing literally like leaves and herbs. I'm also seeing wood, okay, the element of wood. So yeah, you do have the ability to like, every time that you do energy work, I don't know if this is like energy balls that you're forming, whatever this is that you're doing with your hands, it's working. The poet, look at that. And that's somebody's hands shaping something. That is so funny. It looks like that person is shaping an energy ball with their hands. So literally, some of your magic could be word magic. This is where it would be good for you to look and see, Phoenix Empress, where Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius are at in your birth chart, and see what house that falls into. Because yeah, you always come up with the best questions. I love this. I love this topic because this is just makes me so excited. So yeah, looking at seeing where, because you have a lot of air magic. See, I'm looking at these birds, how this is all turning into air up here. And so I do feel like poetry is a major skill set. I mean, there's not a whole lot of good poets that are alive today. So if you can tap into that power, it's using words to bring magic to ordinary like pieces of paper is what I just heard. The mystic. Yes, mystical. Okay. People that were mystics were people that actually, well, in India, if you get diagnosed as being like a mystic as a child, they will send you to a yogi school. Yogi schools are basically where you learn yoga and the art of meditation and balance. So there is that energy coming from a past lifetime of already mastering. You know, it's kind of giving me like airbender. And then I'm also seeing shadows as well. So you can actually manipulate shadow energy. I'm wondering what that is called. It's like umbra kinesis or something like that. The self, and look at the shadow energy. Yeah, and your aura is like on fire. So this is very interesting. To find out the energy of being a mystic, mystics are like people that, well, especially with poetry, like Shakespeare was kind of a mystic because he brought to life all of those fairy realms through his work, and it's basically stayed. You know, people are still using Shakespeare when it comes to acting and when it comes to English literature. So there is an aspect that of you being able to go within, see this eyeball on the mystic. This is like your third eye. And then I'm also hearing Mothman. So Mothman delivers prophecies. If you see moths quite often, you guys, that is a sign, okay? I know that sounds weird, but I literally have had that experience where moths just come land on me and I'm like, what in the hell? What is this? Gnosis, because I was just going to start talking about this Gnosis card. That is so funny because you have this Gnosticism within you, okay? So it's almost like you have your own system of magic within yourself. If you were to just go in and ask yourself how your magic works, it feels like you're very connected into the fourth dimensional grid. This Gnosticism is an inner knowing. It's a wellspring of knowledge. And it also is knowledge that can actually be brought together in a way that creates like sacred flow. So I feel like it's knowledge about the spirit, knowledge about the heart, knowledge about the mind. And poetry, there is something magical about poetry. I don't know if you guys have ever heard Rumi's poetry, but Rumi was a really good poet. There are some things that can be said in such a way that it can change the way that people receive the siren, because it's extremely enchanting. You definitely have always had this mermaid, you know, phoenix type energy. It's a very powerful archetype. So yeah, the siren, being able to enchant people with your voice. And this is your writing voice as well. Because you could be literally expanding on how you view things and how, you know, literally how you like to like wordsmith things, basically, because it's outside of the box. This is really beautiful stuff. So the poet, the mystic, having those two abilities together basically makes you like a Nostradamus person. I mean, similar to that. Because he did write some poetry, but it was not like the best poetry. It was not as good as Rumi's. But what I'm getting is that when you tap into your own magic, it's whatever gift you already have that you're going to express it through. Because all your magic needs is like an avenue of expression. which could be you writing something down. It could be you speaking something into the air, you know, something that is like something you're building energetically. It could also be that wisdom that you get from going within and tapping into the mystical knowledge that other people don't have access to. There's a lot of people that do not have access to the Akashic records in the higher realms. The desert. Yeah, by going within and meditating. And the hands is again, like right there. So there is something very healing about your hands. I would probably not let people read your palms, okay? Because there is something about your hands that is very, very special. It's basically a bridge. You see how those hands right there are literally a bridge for those rainbow energies to travel? So yeah, your magic comes from your hands. It also comes from your feet, which has to do with your connection to the earth and the element of water. Okay, you have really good fire, really good water. That's why I was getting elements. Kairos, this knowledge from Egypt, okay? This could be also, you know, like, I know that there's some type of pyramid poem that exists out there. I don't know if it's haiku, but it's something that goes in this shape. There's also magical texts that are numbers that are like repeating numbers and letters that are in a shape. Oh, they're called magical squares. Okay. I was like, wait, there's something about that. Yeah, they're called magical squares. So let's see what else pops out. Because I do get that your wisdom from ancient Egypt, that's one part of it. Tapping into that energy is extremely, it makes you a powerful, it's like making you a energy conductor. The cave and going within. I do feel like when you're in this dark night of the soul searching for the truth, that's when the most beautiful forms of expression come forward. So you're just being, you already have the magic. It's already within you. You just need to channel it into some type of creative outlet. That could be like a candle. It could be you purchasing a candle and infusing it with the energy from your hands. This could also be about you writing things down, infusing that with the energy. You know, they consider spelling, like words, to be spelling. Just think of it that way. I also get that a lot of good comes from this cave energy because it's like the nurturing side of the earth. The orphan. Okay, getting to express how being the black sheep of your family has affected you. I feel like that's an important part of your journey. And it's also something that you're learning, that you're not actually orphaned by the universe. You can look at source as being your mother, father, sister, brother, everything, right? Your higher self is wanting you to not associate with being an orphan, even if you feel orphaned in this lifetime. The animal. It's also telling you to pay attention to the signs around you in the animals that you're seeing flying in the air. Each bird that you see means something. That's something that you want to definitely, when you start to see ravens, crows, even little groups of little blackbirds, to be honest, any type of bird that you can identify, I would search what is the meaning of this, but go off of your initial intuition because you're going to be able to express things in a way that's like nature is communicating with you in a unique way. And so if you're a part of nature, how could you be an orphan? It's almost like where the human race has fumbled you, Mother Nature and the fairies have given you extra care. That's also this connection to the higher dimensions that's here is going to help you express these thoughts from just like coming into consciousness to actually being able to flow through you. The mentor, because you're meant to be a mentor to other people. That owl right there represents wisdom. And so working with the energy of owls by drawing them, painting them, calling upon them, going to visit one, Those are all things that you can do to tap into this wisdom energy, but I get that literally all you have to do is pay attention and the signs will show you what you need to know. I'm also hearing that when it comes to channeling your energy, you want to focus on, what you're doing with this energy ball. What you're already doing is working. You want to focus on where you're sending the energy, okay? Where is it, like when it comes to your magic, you guys, when you're tapping in, especially Phoenix Empress, when it comes to your magic, you want to be speaking. If you're lighting a candle, speak to the candle, tell the candle what to do. A lot of the most important parts of magic come from us giving intention to things. And where you already have the natural energy there, you just need to give the energy and intention and it will begin to manifest. Yeah, the fault line, because you're about to trigger something majorly good. This is not a scary fault line. This fault line is like the line between you becoming a whole new version of yourself, which is what I'm seeing is going to happen, versus the line where maybe you had self-sacrificed in the past or you had given up on your dreams and visions for the future. The underworld, literally, this is triggering a part of you that has been unconscious to come online, basically. Okay. Let me see what else, because I'm getting that there's like 2 more things you need to know about channeling your magic. Okay, so channeling could be pushing the energy through your hands, okay? I'm hearing breath work is going to be really important. Learning how to use your breath to bring you more energy. And then just when you get little pieces of wisdom, write them down. Even if it doesn't make sense now, it will make sense in the future. I'm also hearing charge your crystals and charge your herbs with your own energy. It's going to make them much more powerful. In fact, it's going to, by you channeling your own energy, it's going to unlock more abilities that you have. The lover. Because it is through the vibration of love that you're doing all of this. I don't get any type of scariness or any type of warning. I get that if you trigger this fault line, it'll just be like a version of you can't go back to, if that makes sense. Which is okay. The castle, because you're going to be building a strong foundation. So, work with the elements that you feel the most connected to. If it's earth, you can use rocks, crystals, salt. If you feel more connected to water, you can use water and salt. And then if you feel connected to fire, use fire. But I'm getting that you already have this magic within you. If you just hold this vision, you're going to be able to manifest what you want. And I get that you can manifest even without magic, but what you're underestimating about your own magic is your ability to alchemize higher thoughts and concepts into a physical format that would look like a poem or a spell or a ritual or a chant or an affirmation. Okay. This is like a vision that you've had for a long time of manifesting the truth so that people can see both sides of a situation. It's like being able to view both sides of a coin and then expressing the both sides. So whenever you start to doing the magic, I would be calling upon your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, and then the beings of magic like Heka, okay, which is the Kairos Egyptian energy. Heka is the god of magic in ancient Egypt, or it's like the alchemical force, basically. And then calling upon the fairy realm, because you have a lot of support coming from the 4th dimension. I mean, a lot of it, to the point where I feel like you could probably communicate with nature and nature will give you an immediate sign back. The comic, I love this. This card is such a good card because it shows me that you have a good sense of humor. You can actually manifest humor into, maybe you just need to have a few laughs. Maybe you need to write some funny jokes. You can manifest humor in a wittingly way into your creations. Okay. And that's a blessing in itself. Some people can't laugh at life. The mountain. You may think that doing this magic or working on this project or climbing this mountain is going to be difficult, but when you have a door to the center of it, it's not going to be as hard as you think. So what I'm getting is your biggest underestimation would be in your success. Because it seems to me like, Phoenix, you can pretty much speak things into creation. When you write this poetry, there's going to be something alphabetically like symmetrical. Yeah. I'm also hearing that when you take this comical viewpoint of the things that have happened in the past, it helps you to detach from the feelings of like loss or the feelings of having to go through something or live outside of the realms of what your truth is. Because I'm getting that, if you just hold the vision, the energy is already going. It's already flowing. You just need to direct it and give it an intention. If you want it to heal, tell it to heal. And you can start by speaking it out loud, but you can finish by doing it internally in your mind. Like, this energy that I am building up, this energy ball, I want it to heal. And make sure that you know where your target is, because that's kind of how magic is. It's like spaghetti. It's like you're picking up ingredients, you're throwing it at the wall, and you're trying to see what's going to stick. And sometimes we don't know what's going to stick. What I get is you going through this natural process of Gnosticism, of tapping into yourself, not drawing from the elements outside of you, but drawing them from the inside of you. You're going to be able to manifest things very rapidly, especially when you start adding other elements like herbs and crystals and timing. Timing is everything when it comes to spell work. You definitely want to be timing things. Like, some people think to do spells, you have to wait till it's nighttime. I will straight up tell you to go out in the sun. Go out during the time that it's daytime, because you'll be using at the time when you cast any type of energy, whether it's an affirmation, a manifestation, whatever it is, the timing is always important. So for each hour in the day, there's an astrological association. So if you're wanting to do, like, let's say a money spell, you would want to be working on the day of Thursday or in the hour of Thursday. So let's say you want to do love work. That would be on Friday. Now, I don't recommend doing love magic on other people, but it will help you to love yourself more. It will also help you, it's not going to hurt you when you're not messing with somebody else's free will. But I don't get that that's even what you're interested in. You're more interested in wanting to know how your energy is going to manifest. And that's why having the intention and being completely aware of where you're sending it is the most two important things. Okay? Because sometimes people will do a spell or a ritual while visualizing one thing, but then how the energy and with karma and everything added to it, how it actually manifests will be something else. And this is why people will pay a lot of money to go to people that know how to cast spell work and have it stick and have it work, right? So you can be one of those people, but I don't get that you're going to be putting people up under spells. You're going to be doing magic to help you manifest, which I think is beautiful. So yeah, don't think that you have to do it just during the nighttime. Work on sending energy balls of healing energy to your family members. You can help other people without their permission, as long as you're not intending to hurt anybody. It's all about intention. That's basically how the law of attraction works, is by what we put out, and then it replicates that kind of like a cloning machine, and it sends that back. Right? So if you're putting out like love, joy, and peace, that there's going to be within your magic. Yes, you can donate for another question. Yeah, there's going to be within your magic love, joy, and peace. So that's why calling upon, your angels, your guides, and all of that stuff is important, because you're aligning yourself with the highest and best outcome. And sometimes there will be some situations where you'll be like, wow, a spell would really help this. And then there will be some situations where you're going to be like, okay, I don't think that doing any type of energy work is going to help this situation. So knowing when the difference is so important. And it's so key. That's why the majority of people that do magic, they're always like, when they design a spell, they're always asking and doing divination before that to see if they should be doing that spell. And usually before they do it, it can show you a timeline of like how things will go. And so you just want to either use a pendulum, use muscle testing, ask yourself, first of all, this spell looks great. Is this spell even what I'm needing? Sometimes we think that a spell that we're going to do is going to cause a situation to change, and it's like a whole different area that the work needs to be done in. Okay, what karma is being cleared to make space for divine union? I love that. You have such good questions. Okay. So, yeah, I like that you're using the word cleared. Okay, that makes me feel like you're confident in the work that you're doing because it is being cleared. It's like more than just being balanced, it's being released. So there was attachment going on with somebody here from the past. But you have freed yourself from a karmic contract. And this contract was over a long time ago, but I think that it was, probably within the last 6 months that you called your energy and your power back to you. So let's see what comes out with the what's the tea, and then we'll use the tarot. But I love that question because you've cleansed something major, you've released something, and then you've healed something that was going on the inside of you. That's why you're experiencing baby. Basically, you're going to have, I just heard baby, you're going to have some type of love blessing come in. Okay. So yeah, so what I'm hearing is that affirming that you're ready for love, ready to, yes, you speak things with God's authority. I love that, you guys. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Affirming that you're ready to love and be loved, okay? Because what I'm getting is like a tug and war where you're about to take a step forward and step into something new, but then you pull back because you feel like, oh crap, is it not the right time? I think that this is the right time for you to move forward. Also, whatever this is, however you're getting ready to put yourself out there, look at this boss daddy. You're attracting in a big dick CEO boss person. This is like literally what I'm feeling is that you just kind of need to affirm to yourself that you are ready. And when you get the urge to do something, if it's like contact someone, if it's ask yourself, where is this urge coming from? Is this urge coming from my higher self and where the divine realm and my higher self has created a map for me? Or is this coming from my lower nature? You're going to feel right off the bat when you ask about whatever this is that you're about to do, you're going to feel right off the bat that this is something that's coming from the higher realms. It's like, if you're seeing 222, this is basically telling you to take those steps now. Because in the future, this boss daddy person that you meet, this person may completely change your outlook on life. Like when it comes to business, when it comes to work, and when it comes to investing your time and energy. This is just why you're being called to regroup, basically. Yeah, because you did have a stalker that was watching you. But, I'm getting like you may join forces with somebody. Yeah. So this you resolving, maybe this boss person also had a stalker. I don't feel like they're being stalked right now, but I do feel like they were being watched by somebody. Okay, let me just ask, is this like an IRS person? No. Is this like an ex? Yes. Okay, so there may be somebody coming in that is this boss daddy energy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, when this person comes in, do not think that they're too good to be true. They may tell you about a serious situation that they had going on dealing with a stalker, dealing with an ex themselves. Okay, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things in common that you have in common with this person. A lot of like, and this is where you may think, oh, is this trauma bonding? It's not really trauma bonding. You guys, when this boss daddy comes in, you're going to realize that this person's life has mirrored your life. That's literally what I'm getting. And it could look like, okay, is this a trauma bond? But it's actually not a trauma bond. Just because you guys both have been stalked in the past by exes doesn't mean that this is going to be a trauma bond relationship. I also get that this boss daddy CEO big dick energy has taken some type of action to resolve some type of karma themselves. This is probably what's freeing this situation up so that they could come in. Yeah. And somebody will be talking shit about this. Pay attention to the people that the moment that they find out that you are dating somebody or in this new relationship, if they start to talk down on it, pay attention to those people. Because those are the people that are going to be coming later with their hand out, wanting you and your boss daddy CEO big dick energy person to give to them. So just be aware that there's something weird going on with that. It's like petty jealousy, but it could be coming from more than one person. Same shit, different day. You already basically know who not to tell and who to tell about this new situation. I would not blast it on social media. And I feel like this person has already been so traumatized. This is going to be a really good situation for you to help them heal and for them to help you heal. But just knowing that if there is some type of shared trauma or you guys have mirrored the same experiences, then there still is that inner healing that needs to take place, or releasing of thoughts and beliefs. Because this person is used to dealing with this crazy person. Yeah. And even if it seems like this person's coming in to kiss your ass, they're not sucking up to you. This person is actually going to just truly adore you, which is going to be, you know, different from any other person that you've been with. I am also getting that this person, you know, is not narcissistic, which is a huge difference from anybody else that you've ever been with. Not to say that they were all narcissists, but most of them were narcissists from the past. And that's just because you're an empath, like a master empath, okay? Not no just regular schmegular empath. You also have figured something out when it comes to cycles. But I'm getting that you can't just not, when you get that urge to like go on a dating site, go out on a date, talk to somebody, you have to follow what your intuition is telling you when it comes to this person. Don't just run away and feel like, okay, I'm too afraid or I'm too nervous or whatever it is that you're thinking. Because I get this retreating energy. It's like you don't want to begin a new cycle with somebody that's great, thinking that you have to play this cat and mouse game. Yeah, because this person, they may have not the best reputation. This person that's stalking the guy that you're going to end up talking to. They may have a really bad reputation for cheating and all this other shit. I feel like this person that's coming in has released a major burden. Something that was really weighing them down. Because it feels like they're lighter. They're going to be coming in much lighter. But just know the same traumas and same wounds means you need to heal. Yeah. And this person from their past, why this person's going to love you so much is because you're not going to be about getting money from them. You don't need money from this person. Okay. The person that they were talking to, their ex needed them. Like fucking like they were the life support. Okay, let me ask one more question. Yeah, because there may be somebody that comes in to try to block you, but I literally feel like if they can only project what they want you to do, they can't make you do it. So let me just ask, can you pick up on what's blocking this person from coming in? Because I'm feeling more than one energy here. I'm feeling this person's energy, and then I'm feeling somebody that was attached to them.
Definitely associated with fear.
It is associated with fear, the root chakra.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're picking up on is the root chakra.
That's directly related to this subject.
That's directly related to this subject. So it could be fear of dating, fear of having new experiences. No, it's not that. Okay, this could be a fear. Is it a fear about exes or stalking?
No.
No. Is a fear of love or being in a third-party situation?
Fear of love is in the ballpark.
Fear of love is in the ballpark. Okay, it kind of feels like a fear of not being able to trust.
Being hurt, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a fear of being hurt here. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on. But, you know, there's a saying that says, better to have loved than to have lost, right? Or something like that.
Better to have loved than never loved.
The better to have loved than to have never loved. If you don't give this situation a chance when it arises, you may lose the opportunity. That's why don't let fear get in your way, especially if it's fear of being hurt. You've already been hurt probably by the most rudest people. You've already been hurt. So I feel like you don't need to fear that. Yeah, and you don't need to fear being blocked either. Because what I get is that, you know, when this boss daddy person comes in, they're going to tell you about everything that they had just gone through. And that's going to be the time where you can share what you have gone through. But don't think that having that bond, it's just because you guys are like so close energetically, frequency wise. Don't fear that you can't trust this person because of the trauma that they've been through. Okay. And don't feel like that it's too good to be true is what I was just hearing. Yeah, because somebody may come forward and try to lie to you on this person. That's what I'm getting from this other energy. They're going to make you want to doubt your decision to move forward, especially with this person, because they want their money. So just know that, well, basically, when this person comes in, and you guys share your experiences, know that both of you guys have been hurt. So it's kind of like you guys are coming in licking each other's wounds. That's kind of what I'm getting. You know how a dog will like lick its wound? I'm literally kind of getting that energy where you're going to help this person be able to trust again, and they're going to help you feel stable and be able to trust again. And you guys coming together, being on the same frequency, it's going to be worlds apart, different from any other relationship that comes in. So what I'm getting is that this person, you know, they may test you. They may like give you a bunch of money and see what you do with it. Like this person's got a lot of money. That's literally what I'm picking up on. Like they have a huge business. That's why there was somebody that was after them. But just like somebody was after your Lucky Charms, literally, you guys don't even need to be afraid of that. Okay, so I want to just check something with the time deck and see a time frame. So with you going in and healing that fear of being hurt or a paranoia, it could just be like an issue with trust. Because I don't get that you're going to get hurt again, not like you were. I want to just check and see a time frame. As when, if we can see a time frame, because I know that everything is like divine timing. And I will get to your question in 1 second. 1986. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, divine timing is a real thing. I mean, it may not happen when we want it to, but it will happen when it's meant to. That's the thing about giving up the need to control the outcome of everything, which can be really hard to do. If you're used to having control or feeling like you do, this person could be a Sagittarius. Okay. I like it. Sagittarius are great energies. It goes from November 22nd to December 21st. It says explore uncharted territory. Yeah, Sagittarius can be very spontaneous. They can also be very combustive, they can blow up in a good way and in a not good way. I'm also getting that this person is very much, they're educated and they're into freedom. Like they like their freedom. This person could like to go on vacations a lot. Look at what I just said, divine timing. Seriously. Like I was saying, it may not happen when we want it to, but it will happen when it's meant to. Stay in the flow and trust that the timing is perfect. That's also trusting that it's not going to pass you by. That's another thing that I'm getting. Yeah, trust, believe, and have faith. Well, you already know that Spirit has something in the works for you. I mean, you've been so good for so long that it's like, obviously, there would be something. I'm also hearing that this Sagittarius, you're going to learn a lot from this person, Phoenix Empress. You're going to learn a lot. October. So literally, you may meet this person in October, or you could have met them this past October. The line between fantasies and reality are blurred. So let me just ask, has she already met this Sagittarius? No. Is she going to meet this Sagittarius in October? Actually, I feel like you guys may be meeting a little bit before that, but I feel the coming together of two people around when the veil is at its thinnest. So this could be like energetically, I could see how this could work with the veil being thinned and brought down so that you guys can see each other. July, this is when I feel you guys more getting together or meeting up or going on a date or talking with each other. And then October may be when you decide to join forces. So July, you'll be asked to slow down and soak it all in and to indulge yourself. Maybe this person's going to ask you on a vacation. Carefree memories and socialize. Maybe you're going to get invited to a wedding. There's some type of social event that you're going to be going to. This is a good energy though. I like this person for you. Yeah, it's going to open doors for you. This could literally be opening doors in business and in your spiritual and financial life and in your love life. It says the door is unlocked, so just walk through it. So yeah, this next 7/7 portal, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Astraea, my life feels so different than it did in the past. When this person comes in, they're going to bring a lot of balance to you. You may want to look, Phoenix Empress, and see where fire's at in your birth chart. What houses are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? Because this is going to give you an indication as to where your passions are and where you should be focusing your energy. Because this is going to be your choice. You will have the ability to choose to be with this person, to accept them. Because this person is going to be a little broken. I'm not going to lie. Like they're crushed. Whoever this person from their past is destroyed them. Like tried to ruin their reputation. They did a number on this person. And that's why I was feeling like you may be like, oh, this is a trauma bond, but it's really not. It's just that you guys will be reflecting the same unhealed wounds and traumas. It says you are running the show and you get to decide power, authority, and status. You already have that. And I do feel like there is a shift by you acknowledging the fear of being left, hurt, or abandoned, or just tricked. There's a fear of being deceived. Yeah, November. This is all pointing to the same thing, that things are going to basically open up for you. Releasing that fear of the unknown, that fear of a situation not working out. Find happiness in wanting what you already have, gratitude and togetherness. I would be affirming that divine timing is the perfect timing and that your higher self gets to choose when you inherit. It feels like, to be honest, a level up or an upgrade when you meet somebody and they have a lot of wealth or they have a lot of status, like social status, then you just move up in the ranks, literally, physically, and spiritually. I also get that you guys, your gifts will be in alignment. So with the gifts that you don't have, this other person's going to have. And so you guys will be able to balance each other very, very well. Like I feel like it's a very compatible astrological alignment. Okay, so just work on healing the fear, okay, of being hurt. Because that right there, that one issue, why it's a problem is because if you hold on to that one little issue of thinking, okay, I could get hurt again, then you're never going to take that step towards love. And so you won't, you know, it blocks it basically. If you're trying to manifest love and abundance but you're afraid of it, you're going to manifest the situations where you would have to fear it, where, this person is coming in to basically not love bomb you, but to love on you. Okay. For your highest and best good. I mean, you're going to get signs from the universe when you meet this person that, like, obviously they're in alignment. Okay, so yeah, so releasing that fear. I know it seems like really hard to just release it, but I would use the mind technique and the truth of God. Use that technique when it comes to the storyline of love in your life, because there's more than just that one fear that's attached to the situation that's basically keeping it blocked. And it's not like it's an external force. It's literally it's that fear. It's like taking one step forward knowingly and taking two steps backward unknowingly. Because if you have a fear of obtaining something, it'll be really hard to obtain it, right? So will you let me know if that makes sense and that you're still here with us, Phoenix? And I'm going to move on to the next question. Okay, so let me know also, Veronica Hermosa 1986, if you are still here. Or Sylvia. Okay, thank you. And we're gonna look with the tarot, because am I cursed or am I blessed? I'm getting that. Let's see. I'm just looking at your birth date. It looks like you're a Leo, right? Let's see. July. Okay, you're like on the cusp. Okay, so no, you're like literally right there when Leo starts. Okay, cool. All right, so this is your astrological energy. But I would consider you to be somebody that's a cusp. So let's see. Yeah. Looking in your birth chart would be really interesting, because I'm not picking up a curse or anything. I don't know if somebody told you that you were cursed, but I'm not picking up that energy. I'm getting that you've had a lot of traumas that you've gone through. You've had a lot of lessons that you've learned, but I'm not picking up curse. I feel like somebody wishes that you would think that you were cursed so that you could like create a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I don't feel like that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So your birth time, your birth month, it feels like your energy is the strongest when it's transitioning into the Leo energy, which means that you could lead from your heart, which is a good thing, because sometimes the mind will tell us things that are not for our highest and best good, where our heart holds simple truths. So let's see what's coming, okay? I don't know why you would think that you were cursed. Unless you had some type of really bad experiences happening, like something in threes, Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you're going to be very secure. You already are this energy. You're very stable. You could like to donate to charities, or like to donate to like political issues, or like to help people who are like just like religious refugees or something like that. You help other people when they're in need. So this basically creates a very important position for you to hold, okay? And you could help people with their finances, but I'm getting that it's when anybody is in need, they could ask you for help and you would stop what you're doing and help them, which is being a blessing to this world. I'm also hearing that you're dependable, and that your dreams are they're not pie in the sky. So what that means is, like, whatever this is that you want to do with your life, pursue it. I'm literally picking up it's going to be successful. Maybe you want to get into politics or you have something about that that interests you. I feel like you're a very respectable person. Magician. Okay, you're also an alchemist because it does feel like people try to throw stuff towards you. Okay, but as far as anybody having power over your reality, I get that you're working with the divine realm. And you could be like, I'm not even spiritual, but you actually are. You've always been spiritual. You came in like a star worker. Okay, you came in as a light worker, a star seed, somebody that came in as a higher vibration than the people around you. Yeah, you being able to stay in this abundant energy has got somebody else up under judgment. There's somebody that's extremely nervous about you having success, especially in this new year, which is kind of weird because the success is obvious. It's obvious. It's going to continue moving forward. I don't know if you're wanting a new career or a new job or if you're investing in that, but it feels like that's going to be a win-win situation. I also feel like you're here to help you're going to teach people something. This could be karmically. Is it karmically? Okay, no, it's something else. Is this politically? Something about politics. I'm not really a big politics person, so that's not my interest, but it's something like that. What are you picking up on?
It's not politics.
It's not politics. Could it be like laws or regulation?
Yeah.
Okay, more like laws and regulation. You may end up sticking up for a group of people that cannot stick up for themselves, like children. Also, you could be very passionate about animals. Strength. Look, that's like one of the only cards that have animals on it. Strength. So whatever this is, it's like you have a superpower here. So yeah, I want you to stop worrying about finances and security because I already pick up that you have made it through something major. You also have a really, really deep intuition. You just kind of doubt yourself. That's the only thing I'm picking up. Yeah, Six of Swords. Like this is about laws and regulation. You may end up suing somebody. I know that sounds horrible. Or you may end up being the reason that a new law gets created. Whatever this is, it's not bad energy. Not for you. You're going to remain like able to stand on your own 2 feet here is what I'm seeing. You may choose to align with somebody or a brand, or you may make a brand yourself or a company, or maybe designing something. Whatever this is, it feels like stability to me. The Emperor. This is you mastering something when it comes to your emotions. It's also being the boss of somebody. You may become a manager, or you may be the manager already, or you may become like a CEO or a partner in a company or a firm, something. It's something new. You're probably like, I don't even want to work anymore. This doesn't really feel like traditional work to me. This feels like something that you'd be very passionate about. And if there is traditional work, there was a message today that came through about outsourcing to other people as well. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. Somebody is going to literally have to walk away without getting anything from you. They're going to have to walk away from whatever this rule or regulation is that they want to implicate. This is like somebody trying to just disturb your peace is what I'm getting. You may be a very talented person. You could be the star energy, Aquarian energy. You could be a very, very talented person. You could have talents that you're not even aware of. Maybe you like to do something when you were younger and you abandoned it because people told you it was silly or something like that. Whatever this talent is, it brings harmony to other people. I am also seeing that dreams for the future will come true. So if you keep dreaming about somebody, When you wake up, ask yourself, why do I keep dreaming about this person? It's supposed to be giving you a message about, well, you're going to know what it's about depending on who it is. But I keep getting that your dreams are having similar experiences in them, whether you're remembering them or not. They're similar experiences, not the same experience every time, but similar. And it's trying to tell you of a pattern that you just basically need to release. Because whatever this fear of instability is, I don't feel like it's something you actually need to be afraid of. Like, especially when it comes to being cursed, am I cursed or blessed? I don't feel like you need to be afraid of being cursed. Are you picking up any curse energy for Sylvia? Yeah, no, I'm not picking up any curse energy. So you don't want to jinx yourself and be like, oh, because, you know, curses and spells are like self-fulfilling prophecies. If we keep affirming to ourselves that we're cursed, we're going to experience a perspective where it's going to feel like that. But is that actually the truth? No, I don't get any type of, like, what I get is that wherever Libra is at in your birth chart, whatever house, like, you literally, when somebody tries to come for you, you can like put them underneath the jail. Like, that's what I'm getting, is that you're in the position of power. Whoever decides to come up against you while you're in your divine life purpose is literally coming up against some, like, if you can close the mouth of that lion, that means that you are extremely strong. This is not normal strength. This is why people underestimate you and it ends up screwing them over. The moment that somebody goes around underestimating you is like the moment they've sealed the coffin for themselves. So that's what I'm literally hearing. Also, you know, your actions are going to cause somebody else to have to react in a new way. Okay. Because whoever this is that's trying to blame you for the reason that they're unhappy, it feels like somebody that's like somebody that pretends to be really, really close to you, like a family member or a really close friend. So you have love that comes from God. So you don't really need this person. And, you know, that's basically all that needs to be said. You have love that comes from God and from the spiritual realm. So you know that you don't really need whoever this person is. But you do have somebody that wants to tag along with you because they want to go where you're going. They want to have access to this divine feminine energy that you already are, Sylvia. This is already your energy. You're already at the top. So you're basically looking down, but you're not looking down at people. You're looking at people with compassion. This is why I feel like you donate your time and your energy to helping other people heal. And this is why you're here to be a teacher and a leader, in a sense that you lead other people to want to heal as well. It's like a whole generational thing that's being concluded here. You know, you may want to look and see where your spiritual gifts come from. They come from your mother's line. I get that you have a lot of very spiritual, highly intuitive people in your bloodline. Maybe some of them read cards, or maybe some of them were like traditional healers, literally. You don't have to know your history to know that you're still a divine being. That's what I'm getting, divine feminine energy. Which this planet needs a lot more of divine feminine energy. So you're here to contribute basically more beauty. You can conceive things and give birth to them, which is something that sounds very physical, but I'm talking about like ideas, perspective. You're going to be very inspired this new year. Yeah, whoever feels like they can walk this path with you or for you, they're very foolish because they don't actually know your power. If they knew the entirety of your strength, this person would probably run away with their tail between their legs. But because they feel like you will over nurture and give something away, this person's like, oh, well, you know, they're none the wiser that I keep sending this energy. That's all this is. Somebody that keeps sending energy. And then you alchemize it pretty much every time. And so you're dealing with somebody that wants to be very close to you. Okay. You know, I'm kind of hearing that you're loved by a lot of people. There's no reason for you to think that you're cursed, because you actually do have people that love you. It's just sometimes the people that say that they love you will want to control what you're doing, right? And that's where this energy is coming from. Somebody that wants control, or they want to be a part of the picture really bad. 7 of Wands. You've had to defend yourself from this person. So you're going to know who this is. You can be like, Spirit, God, please just show me who this person is. Because I'm not getting that you're going to need to defend yourself like in a traditional sense. I get that you already have. By you standing in your power and being your authentic self, you've already put up a boundary with somebody and it's got somebody upset. Maybe they want to know what's happening in your intimate love life or in your sexual life or whatever this is, and they don't have that avenue in. Because you're not just telling your business to anybody. Also, be aware of who you allow to read your energy. Some people don't have good intentions. The 7 of Pentacles, some people may be looking to see, okay, how can I turn the situation in my favor? Whoever this greedy person is, you know, I don't know if there was something that was taken from you, like an inheritance. Something is going to be given back. This could be something that was spiritual. I don't get that something was taken from you spiritually, but I get that you're going to get some type of extra resource coming in. This could be like winning a court case, or it could just be like some type of extra resource. Maybe the publishing of a book, the making of a new brand, the making of a company, something that you do with your hands. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, whoever this person from the past, you already know that they were no good for you. They want to come back and they're going to be on this same repetitive cycle. Okay. Whoever this person is from the past is going through some type of midlife crisis. Like they're truly lost. It's not your job to help this person find their way. And I don't think you can fix this person's problems, to be quite honest. Let me know if you're still here. Okay, Veronica. And I hope that you're hearing this. But yeah. Literally, whatever this person, whatever type of shit they're on, it's not your cross to bear. You've already learned the lesson with this person, hence why you no longer speak to them. 3 of Cups, this is popularity, abundance, and a good harvest. So this could also be a social invitation to a wedding, you know, to even a funeral. It's not going to be bad, though. I don't hear that it's going to be a funeral, but it could be an invitation to anything that is social. So why was funeral just said? This other person, oh, okay, that's what it is. This other person may contact you to say that somebody has passed away. Whoever this person is, just, you know, don't answer them back. I'm getting that you don't have to give your energy to this person. Also, you're going to have very good friends that come in and defend you, especially if this is somebody that's trying to badmouth you. Your friends are going to tell this person to shut their mouth, like in the most politest way of being like, listen, like, I understand that you're upset, but what you're saying is just totally not true. So you could have had to defend. Yeah, Ace of Wands. This is about your fertility. So a whole lot of energy is coming through for you to be able to manifest with. So I feel like this is a blessing. Okay. This could be a good time to begin a new project, start a family, whatever this big leap you're wanting to take, you can take it. Don't even worry about this person that's wanting to run with you. It's like, you're dealing with somebody that's completely bound, or they're caged up or something spiritually. Yeah, you cut this person off. This is why they're upset. Okay. Is there anything that she needs to know about this Knight of Pentacles energy moving forward? To not go backwards is what I'm kind of feeling.
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we're getting, the other psychic and I, we're getting to not go backwards. Don't go back into a cycle with somebody just because it feels comfortable and because you've already been through that cycle. Does that make sense? It's like taking somebody back just because they're familiar. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Because this person, they may come in with roses and on sugar cookies and smelling great and all that, but there's something deceptive about them. And if this is somebody that's been like, oh, I've changed. No, they haven't. You changed. This is why this person is no longer allowed to be in your energy, is what I'm feeling. Also, if you have a child with somebody, there's this person, they want to be a part of your family. Like they want to integrate themselves. They're not invited. This person, it's because you left them in the Five of Pentacles. It's not like you left them in the Five of Pentacles. This person was trying to live off of you. This is why you're being told not to go backwards. Because it would be backtracking all of the progress that you've made thus far, right? Okay, what else does she need to know? And yeah, your cutoff game is impeccable. You can definitely sniff out when people are on any type of bad intention. And that's what I'm getting, that this person just, they want to be a part of you. It's really creepy. Yeah, look at this. Your intuition is on point. So whoever this person is to you, when they want to come back and say, and they're going to say all of the right things that you would want to hear, okay? Just be aware of that. They're coming in like with the devil's tongue in a metaphorical way. Like they're coming in to tell you everything that you want to hear. And it would be good to hear that, but it would also be good to hear the truth, okay? And not just, this person knows what you want to hear, so they're going to tell you that. But then being with this person is like being with somebody that you're putting in 70% of the work and this person can only put in 30. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. You may get some message out of the blue from this person. Oh, I want you back. I miss you. Blah, blah, blah. I bet this person does. They miss being able to live off of you, live with you, being able to basically have access to your 10 of Pentacles. That's what this person misses because they're in the 5, which means that since obviously you were doing at least 50% of the work, because since you've not been with this person, now they're in the 5 of Pentacles and you're in the 10. I wonder why that is. 10 of Cups. There's a lot of 10s. 1010 also may be a very significant angel number to you right now, which is also talking about not repeating cycles or going backwards. 1010 is basically a mirroring number about a new beginning occurring. So when this, yeah, I just heard yes. So when this person from the past wants to come back and butter you up, just know that their intention is to butter you up so that they can devour you, okay? They want to integrate themselves into being a family member to you so they can have full access to you and your energy. And your energy is sacred. It should be protected. Knight of Swords, okay? I'm also hearing that, this person does not have good family. There's something way off about them. Like their family members don't even mean this person any good. I feel like this person gets thrown under the bus a lot. But it's because they take stupid actions. They work really hard to like bother other people. That's what this Knight of Pentacles does. It's like a hobby that they have, creating drama. Yeah, because it's all out of self-preservation. Just know that this person from the past is somebody that would literally do anything to preserve themselves, okay? That means like when it comes to, if you were to have a child with this person, they would, do things that would really, really make you upset. And I'm not saying you're going to have a child with them, but it's just an example of like, this person's very self-centered. Confirmation. They only think about serving the self, and beyond that, this person can't really perceive anything beyond that because they're so stuck in their ego and stuck in their mind. Yeah. And you're over here in the energy of the world, possibly getting to travel in 2026. You may be moving, changing locations, starting a new job. You know, new money may come in, and it's always seems like these leeches decide to come forward at the moment that they can sense that you have a blessing on the way. And that's what I'm getting. Am I blessed or am I cursed? You're definitely blessed. The 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups in the world, and you have the High Priestess, which means you're intelligent and your intuition is spot on. Yeah, you're definitely not cursed. In fact, I feel like you've broken a curse, the curse of this weirdo. I don't want to call them names, but how I describe them is like somebody that is extremely lazy, okay? And very self-orientated, very selfish. This person, they weren't able to love you properly in the past because they don't love other things other than themselves. This person doesn't even love themselves. Like, they have so much going on. Their chakras are completely blown out. When I look at this person's energy, it's just like, you have a high vibration, and this is why positive blessings are coming to you. This other person does not. Their vibration is like way low. And it feels like they carry too many problems. Maybe they have a past that they're running from. 6 of Pentacles. This person has to make payments to something and they want to come in and use you for money. So just be aware of that there is somebody that wants to live off of you. Like I said, they want to be a part of your family so that they can have access to y'all's inheritance. Okay, Sylvia. So I hope that you're getting this message. I don't know if you're still here, but that's literally what I'm picking up, is that somebody wants to either marry into the family or become a bestie with you so that they can have access to your resources. This person needs to go get their own resources and stop looking to you as being the answer to them having to pay money out. Okay. This person should stop borrowing from people. And I don't know how they keep getting themselves in debt. Yeah. Also, be aware that if you have a male family member that has advised you to stay away from this person was not trying to poo-poo the relationship in the past. This person was trying to help you, because you do have somebody that's very wise that you can go to. That's like, you know, this is the situation going on with so-and-so, and this is what you should invest in or what you shouldn't invest in. This is how somebody should. What I think is this King of Cups said to you, this is not how somebody should be treating you. That's what they said to you specifically. It's like that you basically, somebody should not be treating you the way that they were treating you. Yeah, because you're a 9 of Pentacles. This person, I like literally looked at this card and I saw a meal ticket in my mind. Somebody's looking at you like you're a meal ticket. But just understand that if you were to go back and get into this old cycle and this pattern by supporting this person that did not support you back in any type of way, you would basically be taking yourself out of the energy of the 9 of Pentacles, which is being able to invest your money and your resources and your time wisely, being able to profit off of what you have invested, and being able to be single, self-sufficient, and stand on your own 2 feet. You would be almost crippling yourself to take this person back. So you're just being guided to look at all aspects of the situation, because this person's going to come tempt you. You know, they may say that they have an Ace of Pentacles for you, but this person is not God. They're just a narcissist. That's it. They're narcissistic and they want to be your God, but you know, they're not. They can be God in their own life. They don't. They're not God in your life. That's what this person needs to understand. That God is God. Okay, the divine realm supports you because you're doing something that supports the divine realm. That's a fair and easy exchange. Okay. Also, whatever this project is that you're about to conclude it. Like, finish it, brand it, patent it, and then start selling it. It's like you have maybe a book you've already written, or maybe this could be a testimony that you have. Whatever this knowledge that you have accrued, okay, could be in any realm. Put it to use, because the knowledge is coming to you through divine means. So you should use it to help other people and to help yourself, and in the way that you feel comfortable, because there is a lot of fame and public recognition and reward that will come from this. Okay, from you finishing your projects. And if this is even just cleaning something out, releasing the old. Okay, somebody is wanting to come back in because they see you in this era of winning. And they want to win too, but this person needs to get their own life. literally. Yeah, and you're dealing with somebody that's going to come back in wounded and needing assistance. That's probably the biggest turnoff and the biggest blinking warning sign for you is when somebody wants to come back, and then the moment that they come back, they're going to need help with this and that, right? Just be aware of somebody coming in to ask you for money or wanting to involve you in their drama, because you have too much positive going for you at this time. Like, things are basically working out for you in the best way possible. This person sees that. And use temperance, okay? Use your ability to balance situations to look at this from all of the angles so that you're not just blindly walking back into something that you've already concluded. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So let's get a conclusion and then we will close down the reading. Thank you for everybody that donated. And, I hope that you're hearing this, Veronica, Sylvia. I hope that you're hearing this message. Again, I have not. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on one second. Boom. Happy New Year's. Okay, good. Amen. I had to scroll to see the messages. Okay, you are. Awesome. So yeah, when this new year comes, just know that it's bringing an abundance of new energies for you to be able to express yourself through. This could be literally you teaching other people how to get into alignment. You're going to feel very, very aligned. And I also feel like you have a unique perspective that this is why people come to you with their problems. You could have been wondering, why do people always tell me all their issues? This is literally why, because you are already online spiritually, which means that these people, they're not online spiritually. Why they keep asking you for help is because you're already online. You have access to the information that would actually help them. And so this is why you're being guided to use your ability. Yeah, because you've had this since you were a child, this talent, this extra skill set. This is going to bring you a lot of happiness. And I feel like you are so deserving of somebody that is great, somebody that is totally not this person from the past. I'm also hearing to look, when you ask for a sign, make sure you're paying attention to what the weather is doing, because a lot of your signs come through weather is what it feels like. When you ask the universe to show you what you need to see, and then a storm comes, that's basically a prediction going, if you go back into the darkness with this person, because this person would pull you backwards, you'll basically have to make it through a storm that would have passed you by had you not gone backwards. Yeah, the Four of Swords. This is the end of a partnership with somebody. Whoever this is that wants to throw you back into an old cycle, they're not going to be able to do this. They're also not going to be able to benefit off of you anymore. Okay. Anything else that she needs to know before we go? The Hierophant. Look, there are higher energies, people that are, these people could be in a secret society, or they could just be very religious. There are higher energies that know that you are very spiritual. You may be protected in the court system. That's why I was getting something about laws or regulations or something like that. You may inspire some major change. So I would just, when you get downloads from the universe, write them down. Okay. Literally write them down. That's very important, because when a message comes to you, you may not understand it right at that moment, but in the future, the message will make sense. And you can go back into, justice resonates. You can go back right into where, you had written the first interpretation of it and add the information that comes forward. Okay. And that way, if you see that same sign again, you'll know in the area of where to look, right? Yeah, death, because this is the ending of an old cycle, which is the beginning of a new one. When the death card comes out, it doesn't mean that somebody's going to die. Not all the times. It means that something has ended, and you have ended something with someone. But I feel like you did it a while ago. This person's just been lingering, They believe that they're still in love with you. Eight of Wands because they're at a crossroads. This person believes that they love you, but they're very destructive, okay? And I feel like you have made it through so much already. Just keep moving forward. Keep investing. You're very welcome. Keep investing in yourself. Whenever you feel like something has passed you by, take a step back and look at everything that you've come through. Know that you have not come all this way just for your life to be sabotaged, okay? So you're about to enter into a new period where you're not going to feel emotionally chained. And this is going to also help you, you know, like feel clear and free, especially, you know, when it comes to you being able to be your true authentic self and shine. Like you are this divine feminine energy and you do have this talent, whatever it is. I feel like you're going to use that talent to inspire the world, which is what you should be doing. And this person that wants to come back from the past, they just want to derail you from being in your highest and best good. Like they want to be a part of that, but they don't have anything to contribute. So the next relationship that you get in, or the next experience that you have, you know, you're going to be drawing in somebody that's much more on your frequency. You won't have to be like lowering your vibration to interact with them, and they won't have a lot of drama going on. Those are going to be like the big indicators that this next person is going to be good for you. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Thank you everybody that donated. You guys are awesome. Okay. I love reading for you guys. I love spending time with you. All right. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. And if you're interested in reading your own cards, I do have a book that is in the description box below. There's 2 books, The Truth of God, which is the first book I suggest you get. That will help you. It's basically an intuitive workbook that helps you do everything from delete harmful beliefs to, you know, sending an energy ball to tapping into your spiritual bank. It's a very spiritual book, and it's going to give you a greater understanding of yourself. And the joy versus anger technique will help you develop a yes and no answering system that you can immediately gain access to, so that you're not having to do a prayer and then wait. And so, yeah, I would get both of those books. Are going to help you basically read your own cards and be able to look into things to where you can move past self-doubt. Okay, so those are in the description box below. But thank you guys for being here with me. Okay. Love to you all. Have a wonderful day. Peace be with you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Shaman Maria. Thank you, Fashionista. Thank you, Phoenix Empress. And thank you, all of you guys that donated. I really appreciate that. That completely, I'll redo my link. Okay. I will look at my link. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Peace be with you. Bye.